World number one, Scottie Scheffler, playing his third straight tournament this week on the PGA Tour. He's 2 tournaments in his comeback after that hand surgery he had after the incident on Christmas Day. He finished T9 at Pebble Beach, T25 last week at the WM Phoenix Open. His numbers are solid, but he hasn't seriously contended yet in 2025. Now, Mark, bit of a weird finish for Scheffler, right? On Sunday at the WM, goes out in 31 after 9 holes. We think maybe he can post a number. Instead, shoots 41 on the back 9. Just a weird finish overall. But how would you assess Scheffler through his first 2 starts of this season?
Well, it's certainly not sharp. I will give you that. But there has been signs of brilliance, to your point, with some very low 9s. We saw the same thing at Pebble Beach where, for moments in time, it looked like he was going to contend in that golf tournament and push the top of that leaderboard, and he just faded. So there is rust to be knocked off. I'm just not so sure it's going to be this week that he knocks the rust off, gents. He's got 13 professional wins on the PGA Tour. The furthest west he's ever won is TPC Scottsdale. Now, why does that matter? Well, he exclusively wins on perfect greens that are either Bermuda or bent grass or some form of Bermuda. He doesn't win on greens that are heavy POA, that you get at Pebble, that you get at Riv, that you get at Torrey Pines. We're still waiting for that victory from Scottie Scheffler. The putter has not looked the same. Bob mentioned this on radio earlier this week. He is not putting the way he did even back at the Hero World Challenge. I doubt we see that putter come to light this week on these greens. But I do expect, guys, by the time we get, like Bob's comments on Corey Connors, when we get to Florida and we start getting to those bent grass and we start getting, more importantly, those Bermuda grass on the Florida swing before we get to bent, watch out for Scottie.
Yeah, and Scheffler coming off that interesting finish at the WM where, Bob, we saw lots of frustration from Scheffler that we really haven't seen much of before, have we?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a lot of frustration, but considering what we're dealing with here is a guy who, barely shows any emotion on the golf course, high or low, you can tell that he wants to play better golf. He expects to play better golf. He thinks that his game should be basically right back where it was last year. It's going to take him a little while. I mean, he has not played a lot of golf. If you look back at his tournaments, really since the fall, he's played the 1 tournament, the Hero, and now a couple so far on the PGA Tour. And as Mark says, once he gets to Florida, then I'll be worried if he's not playing a lot better. But right now, I think it's just get the wheels warmed up. Warm up in the bullpen on these tournaments here, and then get ready to come in and pitch some 9 innings when you get to Florida, because we know he's still got the game, and he himself knows he's got the game. He's just got to find it and make it work.
Well, certainly the odds makers think he still has the game. Scheffler is the overwhelming pre-tournament betting favorite heading into this week at the Genesis Invitational.